This special edition of Founders and Visionaries is brought to you by Hawaii Fresh Farms. These truly magnificent koa forests are inspiring.
This right here is one leaf. These within it are called leaflets. So when it's ready and it wants to go to maturity, which it's starting to right now, it starts letting these go, and from these branches, these phyllodes come off and turn into leaves. The leaves actually at one time were a part of the branch. And that breaks off and turns into what's called a phylode, and then you have these leaves, which essentially help create the watershed project for the tree. When it's doing this kehau weather right now, all this moisture is coming through the air and it collects on these leaves and it drips down to the drip line of the roots, and that's how it feeds itself. You see how it's kind of vibrant green underneath the tree, a lot more so than outside? That's because the tree itself pulls nitrogen out of the atmosphere and puts it directly into the ground. So everywhere where you see koa trees, even with young growth ones like this, it's a lot more vibrant green right underneath where the koa tree is because it's actually feeding the grass.
When we separate them from the pods, the mother tree number is always recorded on the drying trays along with the date in which they were put in to dry. And we let them air dry at 30% humidity for about a week. And once they're dry, then they get weighed. So you have a total weight of the batch. We take a subsample, we count those and weigh them, and we're able to determine the number of seeds that's in each one of those batches. And from there, they wind up going into a modified freezer that operates at fridge temperatures, and they're stored in sealed mason jars with bags of desiccant in there to keep them dry. And that allows us to hold these seeds indefinitely. I mean, certainly for 5 or 10 years with no problem.
That's a lot of trees. They've collected, how many seeds?
We're a little over 300,000 so far.
So there's enough seeds that were collected this year to plant everything we planted in 6 years. Kind of cool, actually.
That one right there, that's the very first tree we ever collected.
Once the seeds are separated from the pods, and they're brought into the seed lab where they're further dried and again associated with the mother tree number, how they're processed, when they're put into dry, the total weight of seeds, and then we do a subsample, count that and weigh that, and from that we can calculate the total number of seeds. This is a big, heavy producing tree. It was over 14,000 seeds off of one tree. When we outplant them, we can tell what mother tree provided the seeds for any particular tree. The thing about koa that makes it kind of unique is that the seed, the flowers are not mature as male and female at the same time. So the pollen that pollinates any given flower has to come from another flower. It can be on the same tree, but it's not going to be from that same flower. That was one of the main reasons that we brought bees into the project in the first place. These other two over here, this one is Uhi Uhi.
No way. The seed pods right here. There's only about, 3 dozen of these trees
Yeah, pretty
left
rare.
in the world. So this is the first time in 2 years that this tree has given off seeds. And it's very rare because this is a very special tree for us. And if you think about it, these seeds are sort of like a metaphor for life. Life, you start out in this pristine little package, and then you get covered with dirt, and the trials of life occur, and you're strong enough to overcome, and these beautiful little seeds will become a magnificent tree.
Plant me a koa tree. Don't you cry for me. Plant me a koa tree. Don't you cry for me. touched all the people with your music. Ah, it made sense of so much noise.
Mahalo na aina. Mahalo ke akua. Na kupuna, na ohana, na meho aloha.
LegacyTrees.org, along with Keiki Hula, invite you to sponsor a koa tree in the Keiki Hula Legacy Forest for just $60. You'll be supporting the next generation of dancers, as $20 of your contribution will be donated to Keiki Hula. These trees tie the past, present, and future together. Visit LegacyTrees.org. Plant your legacy today.